Do about the composer, you muppet.
Oh, it's Snowbot.
Schnurrbart.
Slurp.
Alright, I'll try and be less.
Slurp.
Fucking Yanderedev.
Right, what are we on today? Fuse Man. The fucking avatar of British Gas.
We are not being sponsored by British Gas.
God no, otherwise they wouldn't be killing their mascot. Oh my god, look at the background, Reese. Is that a fucking JoJo reference? Fucking pylons.
You must construct additional pylons.
We don't have enough pylons. Oh,
Always construct additional pylons.
yes. Who the fuck needs that many pylons? It's kind of
I
worrying.
can't, for the life of me, remember the game. Is it StarCraft?
Yeah, that was it.
Who builds exposed wire? Or exposed heat conductors, or whatever they are?
Dracula? He could do it.
No! Why Dracula?
Sorry, not Dracula, Frankenstein. Confused my horror monsters.
Frankenstein isn't the monster, he's the doctor.
Your father made him, and Heinrich Frankenstein was your father too.
You mean to imply then that that is my brother?
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's building exposed wiring. So he can do mad science.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Vlad Sepesh was never very good at electronics. I don't think he had a... what's the word? An apprenticeship in British Gas.
No, but like the climax, like one of the main fucking points of the book is him using electricity.
Is it?
I'm talking about Frankenstein, not Dracula. Keep up.
I was going to say, because I've read Dracula, and I thought, when the fuck does he ever use electricity?
I mean, the Castlevania Dracula maybe, but not regular Dracula.
His house doesn't run on electricity, even in rural fucking... I think it's Transylvania. That's in Transylvania, for some reason, even though it's from Wallachia.
Oh dear.
I can't remember more details. The castle is that in Transylvania, but he's from Wallachia. Because the place where it was certainly based on was technically in Hungary at the time.
I can't fucking remember. I'll be honest with you, I don't even think the castle's in Transylvania. I think that's one of those things that people get wrong, but think it's the right thing.
Could very well be.
Because I know the thing about the soil, but that's about it. Like, I didn't even know that Wallachia was a place until like 2 years ago.
How did you not know that?
I'm bad at geography, as we've established on these streams before, Reese.
You have a history degree.
I have a history degree, not a fucking geography degree.
I have a history degree, not a geography degree, and I know what fucking Wallachia.
Yeah, I have a history degree for fucking medicine, Reese.
Well,
My
wrote a
specialist
dissertation
subjects
on
ain't...
medicine.
Yeah, my specialist subject's ancient medicine. Not ancient medicine in fucking prime real estate in Eastern Europe.
My specialist subject was the end of colonialism in Southern Africa. The point is...
I don't know anymore.
It was, what?
I don't know anymore, Reese. Sorry, can we can we just appreciate the fact that this mini boss looks kind of like Randy Savage?
I don't know what Randy Savage looks like, but alright.
Have you never seen Macho Man? The wrestler?
Right.
It's got his sunglasses and his massive beards.
Yeah. It's all about ethnogenesis and the development of national identity in Southern Africa. Quite a few countries, but mainly one or two. The formation of distinct cultures and identities in Southern Africa. But I still know about Wallachia.
In Southwest Africa?
Is he? Südwestafrika, ja, genau.
Hast du vergessen, dass Südwestafrika deutsch war?
Inspired, of course, by Jankily. Yeah. It's inspired by a song about tanks.
Oh, God.
It actually is, by the way.
Oh, I don't doubt you.
Yeah, so I'm sure you've heard of Pantelite.
Why are you doing this to me when we're not doing a fucking German stream? Of course I fucking haven't. Like,
Yeah,
it's my job to be fucking ignorant on this stream.
Have you watched the film Battle of the Bulge?
No. The
Right,
Battle of the Bulge, really?
Yeah.
What, just a war over Napoleon's codpiece?
No, it was, I think Germany's last-ditch attempt to claw back the Western Front. It failed.
As Germany often does.
And one song that they sing in that is called Pantelite. They sing it incorrectly. They only sing the first verse, just repeatedly ad infinitum. But it was one of the marching songs that was developed in the Second World War. Obviously, the Germans don't like that being sung anymore, purely because it was developed under Nazi regime. But it has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the Nazi regime. Has nothing to do with it whatsoever. None of the lyrics relate to it. It's just a song about tanks. The tune is used by the Chilean military, by the paratroopers.
Como patronímico el héroe Capitán Ignacio Carrera Pinto.
Los medios acorazados que vamos.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame, as we've said before, that the Nazis, like, fucked Germany up psychologically years after. Wasn't there a thing you were telling me about them taking down flags during the World Cup?
Yeah, I found a picture online when there was the last World Cup 2018 about someone who had, these cheap little plastic things that you can put on your car door,
Yep.
where you can have a flag from. And probably some third-party organisation that took it upon itself to be morally self-righteous and say, I have removed your flag because it promotes nationalism or something like that, and it was just fucking stupid.
Sounds about right, though.
Oh, I've told you this before, but when I was there,
Es ärgerte mich, als ich in Deutschland unterrichtete, weil ich über einen ihrer unbesiegten Kommandeure unterrichtete, Paul von Lettervorberg. Die Kinder wüssten es nicht. Es ist, als hätten sie vergessen, dass Deutschland eine Geschichte vor 1933 hat.
you hear about the extent to which Germany is basically afraid of its own shadow, and it's only when you're there you realise, wow.
Even after he's dead, the fucking shoe man's still fucking Germany up. I refuse to use his real name on this channel, Reese.
And I say this with the greatest. I say this with great admiration for German history and German culture. And anyone who's listening, I'm not having a go at Germany. I lived in the country. I speak the language fluently. I understand. I know about this stuff. So don't come at me. 50.
We're not thinking about Germany, just how fucked up it is. Can we just appreciate the fact that my gun is apparently, like, fucking Play-Doh? Oh, God. Best weapon, Reese. 10 out of 10 on, German Amazon.
Oberfin ist aus Kruppstahl gemacht.
Wer ist der deutsche Mechaniker?
Amazon.de.
What the fuck's the German name for Play-Doh?
I don't know.
There's gotta be, like, some really aggressive German equivalent to Play-Doh. Oh. There we go. Like the Ministry of Silly Hats, Reese.
Right, Bran Castle. commonly known as Dracula's Castle. There's no evidence that Stoker knew anything about this castle, which is only tangential associations with Vlad the Impaler, also known as Vlad Tepes, Voivode of Wallachia, the putative inspiration for Dracula. Stoker's description of Dracula's crumbling fictional castle also bears no resemblance to Bran Castle, but Bran Castle is in Transylvania.
Oh, God.
It's very close to Wallachia. I think it's on the Wallachian border.
We're fighting a fucking figure skater now, Reese. Oh, God. I forget, does Germany... Which is the country that's known for figure skating the most?
I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
I imagine it will be a country like Austria. Because they're an alpine country. And they tend to do quite well at the Winter Olympics.
Apparently this stage takes place in a frozen version of the British Museum. If the pillars on the front door are anything to go by.
Well, is this because of countries around the world giving the United Kingdom a cold shoulder for having so many of the artifacts?
Yeah. Oh, you must give back the Elgin marbles.
Oh, that's a funny situation, that is.
Not for the Elgin marbles.
The Greeks call them the Parthenon marbles. And they refuse to use the term Elgin marbles.
Sorry, that dinosaur skeleton's a robot. What the fuck? Sorry, carry on. They refuse to use the term Elgin marbles.
Yeah, they call them the Parthenon marbles. And I've heard Greeks have a go at me saying, "Oh, the English shouldn't have taken the Parthenon marbles." And I said, "It's a good thing we didn't."
Yeah,
and then they look at me
took
confused.
the Elgin marbles.
No, they look at me confused, and they say, "I say it's a good thing. It's a good thing the English didn't take the Elgin marbles." And they're still confused, and I say, "Who was it? Where did Lord Elgin come from?" They don't know, and I say, "Scotland."
Oh, that moment when you try and be politically correct and you fuck up twice as hard.
It's true, Lord Elgin was a Scotsman. So we English did not take the Elgin marbles. Scotsman.
Oh, the Scottish.
And they say, give back the Elgin marbles. I would say they're safe in the British Museum. And the Greeks say, oh, they'll be safe in Athens. And you ask them, what, like Frankish Tower? That stood at the Parthenon, and you destroyed. And most Greeks just don't know that this structure even existed.
What's that one that got burned down by the guy that wanted to be famous?
Library of Alexandria?
No, that was burned down by the Christians, I believe. I believe it was a temple to Artemis or Venus, one of the two. I can't remember his name, is the ironic part of this point I'm trying to make. But, yeah, this guy burns the temple down and then just immediately confessed to the crime. Because he wanted to do something that was so terrible that history will remember him forever. And apparently the Greek government tried to expunge all reference of his name from the history books. Evidently that didn't work.
It's destroys the effect.
Oh, but you found his name yet? Because I know you're looking.
Let me see. History. It was destroyed in 356 BC, the Temple of Artemis.
By who, though?
Herostratus,
That'll probably be it.
who set fire to the wooden roof beam, seeking fame at any cost.
Yep.
And thus the term herostratic flame. Herostratus.
Oh, but history be fun sometimes.
The Ephesians sentenced him to death and forbade anyone from mentioning his name. But Theopompus later noted it.
Theopompus. Oh, that's an amazing name. What the fuck, Greece?
Yeah, most Greeks aren't aware that there was a structure called Frankish Tower that stood at the Acropolis.
Very full of hot dogs for some reason.
What are you talking about?
It's Frankish Tower. Gotta
Again, what are you talking about?
pop all of you Frankfurters in there. I love the fact that when I make a joke that's so shit that it's actually clever, and then you have no choice but to get annoyed.
Yeah, they call it Frankish Tower because the Franks was just a term for the Venetians, and later it was applied to any foreigner, any European. And I said in a previous episode the story of the Venetian settlement of Franco Castello on the island of Crete, and how the Cretans destroyed in the night what the Venetians had built during the day. I remember telling you about that.
Yep.
So Frankish Tower stood at the Acropolis for about 400 years, and at some time in the late 19th century, the Greeks destroyed it.
Should I just put that clip in from QI now?
Obviously, any Greeks listening to this would be annoyed at me mentioning it, but I say, look up Frankish Tower, look it up. The Greeks destroyed it. And then, of course, there's the argument of if Lord Elgin is right in saying that he received instruction or permission from the Ottoman authorities to take the marbles, assuming that that's right, then the argument is not with the British, but it's with the Ottomans, the Ottoman authorities, and they're obviously the Turks being the successor state. Since they had operational control, they were the state at the time, they were the authority at the time, and they gave permission.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that does sound like the Ottomans, though, stealing decorations.
The controversy arises that allegedly no evidence has been found, no tangible evidence, no records have been found that give the order, or that give permission from the Ottoman authorities.
Yeah, it'll be one of those situations where someone just went by, like, words of mouth and a fucking handshake, though.
Hmm.
Like,
of course, the handshake is very hard to prove.
Sorry, there appears to be, like, some snowmen waging a war in the background. What the fuck? And over here, you'll see a diorama of, Week 12 of D-Day. Ignore the mammoths. Just like the world's most out-of-touch history museum. Oh dear. Do I have to break out the mango juice for you?
What fucking mango juice?
The delicious, delicious mangosaft. Und die öffnet die Flasche und erkundet Mangosaft.
Mangosaft?
Is that not how they pronounce it in Germany?
No, there's no E on the end of Saft.
Okay. Well, that's my fault then.
Oh, don't worry, you don't speak German.
Oh, I mean, I do, but only if we've got like 12 weeks of prep time.
By 12 weeks of prep time, you mean all the time it takes me to translate it and then coach you on how to say it?
Yeah. I've still got that outtake footage of me pronouncing one of the words like fucking Yanderedev.
Schnurrbart.
Yeah, that was it, Schnurrbart. I haven't put the footage on the channel, but I've still got the footage of me saying Schnurrbart, like, der ärgerliche Mann mit dem Schubert.
Schnurrbart, not Schubert. Schubert's a composer, you muppet.
Oh, it's Schnurrbart.
Schnurrbart.
Schlurrbart.
I'll try and be less...
Schlurrbart.
Fucking Yander.
Schnurrbart.
Because it was an edit of Yanderedev, as for those who don't know, it was someone put in Google Translate the video of Yanderedev with his chalice of milk raising a toast to Ever X for pirating Dota. But someone ran it through Google Translate into Finnish and just let the AI speak these words in Finnish.
Slurp-a, slurp-a, slurp-a.
He still hasn't finished his game.
Exact. Meanwhile, fucking Five Nights at Freddy's over here. Or is he on, like, the 7th game or something?
He's a hustler.
Well, of course Yanderedev's a hustler, I'm just saying, though. Like, the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's did, like, what, 4 games in 2 years?
If Yanderedev wants to finish the game, he can do it. But he knows he's got a steady stream of Patreon money.
Someone else already finished Yanderedev's game and made it better.
And he sued him, didn't he? Or tried to get... He tried to get the game removed.
I believe so.
And the code is just...
This is exactly the sort of shit that the Steam Cleaner was invented for. Oh.
I'm reminded of another story of the Greek War of Independence, actually.
Yep.
I can't remember where it was. I may have been in the Acropolis. But
where the Parthenon is.
Yeah. I think it was some other ancient building if it wasn't that. But, the Turks...
Hey Reese, Reese, just look at the background real quick. What killed the dinosaurs? Putting that,
sorry, the street jobs.
I'm putting that fucking clip in of Schwarzenegger.
No. So, the Turks were holed up inside the building. And obviously the Greeks were shooting them from the outside. It was either the Greeks and the British, or the British, or just the Greeks. And a truce was called because the Turks had run out of bullets and were stripping metal from the inside of the building.
Okay.
So a truce was called, and the Turks were given bullets to use so that they would stop desecrating the site.
What the actual fuck? Why give them the bullets? Why not just, like, make an actual fucking treaty?
Oh, because it was in a war of independence, or something like that.
I thought, you could have just negotiated a small settlement in exchange for not desecrating the building instead. If you give them bullets, like, you're just opening the chance for more shit to get shot by accident.
Yeah, it was the Parthenon.
Fuck's sake.
They were stripping the lead in the Parthenon to use as bullets.
As you do. Fuck's sake. I think that's a good spot to end the episode there. Anything you'd like to add?
Nah.